Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. So last week I left you kind of on a cliffhanger. I was reading The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps, and I really enjoyed this one. Let me pull up the story does not end the way that I expected it to. And I definitely, after I finished, when I finished it this time, I know why I blocked out part of the ending. So to give a recap, in this one, we have Nell, who is a burned out barista, and she accidentally incinerates someone. And from there, she gets whisked into this other world, and it is rescued by Dura. And Dura and Nell go on all these adventures together throughout it. But the whole time, Nell just wants to get back home. And Dura is preventing it or delaying it for different reasons. And then once he agrees, then other things are preventing it. But we get to the end, and there's this huge twist. And I know why the author went the way that she did, because it gives more of a real life, if you're in this kind of situation, this is the choice you should make. But it rocked my world. So that being said, and because of the way it ended, I want to start The Hound of Scrying Hollow. But, excuse me, it doesn't look like this one ties into The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps. In this one, we're following Lilywin. She's the eldest daughter of the Valet family, and she knows the fairy tales of the Hound. And as it goes through, Lilywin first loses her father, and then her brother is also struck by the Hound, and in hopes of her brother being healed, she goes on a solitary hunt to catch the Hound in a magical net. But once she nets him, and once she catches him in this magical net, he turns into a man. And so it continues on from there. And so she ends up going on adventures with the man who killed her father and at least mortally or severely wounded her brother to the point he's on death's bed. So I'm gonna start this one, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be disappointed when I don't see Nell or Durog. So I'm gonna get started and let you know my thoughts soon. Alright, so last night I started the what is the title of that one? I started, nope, that's that one. I started the Hound of Scrying Hollow. And as soon as I hit play on the audiobook, it says a standalone companion novel. And my brain checked out. I did go and do a little searching and found out that book 2 is going to be Embers Bloom Beneath a Phoenix Sky, and that's coming out this fall. I don't know if oops. I was looking, I don't see anywhere that says like here is the here is when this next one is coming out, but I am so excited. The cover actually kind of really matches with the other one, with the forest where the phoenix sleeps. They go well together. I am so excited for this. And I'm not sure exactly when it's coming out. I've just seen fall 2026. So I'm hoping that means that Brooke Marley-Jones will be coming out with this next one soon. But for now, since Hounds of Scrying Hollow is not the second book, and that's really what I wanted, like where book 1 leaves us made me want to pick up the next book. So since that's not happening right now, I am going to start the adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. This is a reread of this one so that I can read the second book. I have this book on audio from my library for the next 7 days, so I want to take advantage while I have this opportunity, because I have a feeling that the wait list is going to be long. Even looking at my other holds, Tapestry of Fate. Oh, I am first in line for the audiobook, so that one will be available soon. So that actually works out very well for me. So Amina al-Sarafi. Amina is a retired pirate and is happily retired, and then the mother of one of her crewmates comes to her and needs her to rescue the crewmate. So Amina goes back on an adventure. I remember reading this one and really enjoying some of the sea creatures and the things going on in it. So I'm going to get listening to this, and I will check in a little while. Well, it's Sunday, I am 16% into the adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. Don't play. Okay. Which puts me at the beginning of chapter 5. I've really been enjoying this, but I didn't realize how much I didn't remember. Like normally with a book, if I have read it, the cat knocked my bookmark out. Okay. If I have read it, I may not remember what went on when the book is closed, but like as I'm rereading it, things really start coming back to mind. In these first 4 chapters, though, like, there's been a lot that I don't remember. I am getting a lot of Tress of the Emerald Sea vibes in this, which I think was in the description on Storygraph. I'm pulling it up. Or not. Okay. Alright, anyway, I thought it was Amina. And maybe it is in the second book. No, doesn't say there either. Okay, I don't know. There was somewhere I saw Tress of the Emerald Sea referenced in the book. But this one has some of those vibes as well. We start off where this one starts off with the scribe who's writing the story. It gives a little tidbit, and then it opens up into the story itself, as if it's being told by Amina al-Sarafi. As things are going on, or as parts are going on, we do get these story breaks where it comes across as very obvious that this is more of like an interview type thing, because Amina will start saying something and then it's like she's been interrupted, and we get this kind of, in the audiobook, it's a muffled, like almost covering the microphone or moving away from the microphone of, in chapter 1, it's talking about like history or family pedigrees, and she has this moment. What do you mean? That's not how you start a story. A biography? Yeah, and so it, like, she just jumps into her story, and apparently the scribe wanted more of her family history. And she's like, I'm not doing that. It's not how this is going. This is not a biography. This is a story. And so there's several moments like that, which is a lot of fun. And then it opens up and we see Amina in her quote unquote retired life, which is so cool. And then we meet her daughter, and then Salima comes to her and tells her about her granddaughter being kidnapped, and this is the daughter of one of Amina's old crewmates. And it seems that it's almost that Amina feels that she owes a life debt to this family, and it sounds like the father had died under her command, and she feels responsible for his death. And so she agrees to try to find this girl. And we're just getting into her. She's left home and is trying to figure out how to go about this. And we've met one of her old contacts. I don't know if it's a crewmate, but it is a contact. But like through all of this, like I remembered the overarching like ideas. Someone was kidnapped, but I had the wrong person. I forgot about the daughter, Amina's daughter. I just so as I'm rereading this, it's almost like I'm reading it again for the first time. That may change as I go further on, because these are the beginning details of the book. So, it's almost noon. I'm gonna get back to listening. I have a couple hours before church, and then we'll see how the rest of the day plays out. But I will check in soon. So it is Monday at noon. I did get a good amount of reading done yesterday. I read about 90 pages. And that got me to 34% of the book. I am really enjoying my reread of Amina al-Sarafi. And again, a lot of what's going on, I don't remember any of these details. I remember the grandmother. I remember some of the things, but the I remember the main plot, but I don't remember the events. And it seems so weird to me that I don't remember this one, and really almost feel like I'm reading it for the first time. Let me see, how many days did it take me to read last time? So I read it in March of 2023. So I mean, that's over 3 years ago, but I would think that I would remember more than this. So we're gonna keep going. When I read it in 2023, I was reading about 120 pages a day. So maybe I just did it too fast, or maybe I just zoned out while reading the audiobook. So I definitely feel like I'm reading this one for the first time. But that being said, I am enjoying it so much. Amina has just visited. So the mother of her old crewmate comes to Amina in the first chapter. And then in chapter 10, Amina goes to the mother of her crewmate, because she finds out that she wasn't exactly honest about everything. And so as we're going through, we're getting ready to go find the big island because that's all she knows. And she's making guesses at what this means. So everything that's going on is really interesting, like I said. But there's not a but. I'm really enjoying this. So I'm going to get back in and hopefully get a good chunk read today. I have about 2 hours of reading that I can do right now without interruption because my husband is sleeping and my kiddo is out with her Nana. So I am going to read and we'll see how things go. It is Wednesday morning. I have finished Amina al-Sarafi and had a wonderful time with it. I don't think I updated yesterday at all. I was on page 363 starting yesterday and went through the end of the book. I have noticed, though, that because I listen to a sleep story at night, so I'm listening to someone talk, that when my body's tired, it just shuts off. And so I did reread the last 3 chapters 3 times last night because I kept falling asleep. And it has nothing to do with the enjoyment of the book. It was actually like the pivotal moment of the book, which is crazy to me that I can fall asleep during those moments. I do it during movies too. But with Amina al-Sarafi, I had a great time with this one. I am excited to pick up Tapestry of Fate. I have the audiobook already from the library. I have the physical book in the other room that I just need to grab, and then I can start listening to it. There's a lot that happens in Amina al-Sarafi that I am excited to see how it plays out in Tapestry of Fate. And there are a few characters that we're introduced to in Amina al-Sarafi that I'm really hoping we get to see in the next book because I want to know more about them. One thing that I do really like with this series is our protagonist, Amina al-Sarafi, is an older woman. And so we hear about her aches and things like that, and her bad knee. And so it makes it a lot more relatable to someone who will be 40 tomorrow. So overall, though, I have really enjoyed this one and can't wait to start Tapestry of Fate. So I will let you know what I think soon. Alright, it's Wednesday night. I am a third of the way through Tapestry of Fate. I am really enjoying this one. I love that when the book starts, we jump right into one kind of smaller mission and then move to another mission once the other mission is completed. Just the back-to-back action going on. And I'm really enjoying this part. I love that we have so many repeat characters and from what it seems, this is like all very soon after the adventures in the first book. So I'm going to get back to reading. Again, I'm really enjoying this one, and I will check in soon. Alright, so it is Thursday and my birthday. We had a wonderful day today. We went on a bookshop crawl, so keep your eyes open for a video about that coming on Monday. And then we went out to dinner and had a wonderful time. But all of that meant that I didn't have as much time to read today. I have gotten to, I want to say 40 or 45% through Tapestry of Fate. I am really, really enjoying this one. We are on another island and stuck, and the Marawati is in super damaged position, and the crew is trying to build it back up, and the people there have all their conditions. They will gladly supply what is needed in exchange for certain things, and I'm not sure if Amina's going to allow it, but we will have to see. And unfortunately, to get this up for you to see, that means that we are again ending on a cliffhanger tonight. So I will tell you guys more about Tapestry of Fate next week, and I will see you later. Bye.